Hello world, and welcome to the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show on this Monday, April 30th, 2018. This is a show where we discuss news from different news sources on the internet and try to discuss it in a common sense way, bringing the left and the right a little more together on a lot of these subjects and a little better understanding of things in a common sense way. And you could write in your suggestions or comments to email them to commonsenseman@gmail.com. That's common with a K. Or call in on my Skype. We can do a live discussion on any of these topics, 805-994-0606. Starting the news today, we're going to move right over to Fox News, and their headline is Art of the Peace Deal. Has a picture of the North Korean and the South Korean president with Donald Trump in the middle. Of course, it's photoshopped, but the South Korean president backs Trump for a Nobel Prize for helping thaw the peninsula there in Korea. Moon's comments come following a congratulatory message from widow of South Korean President Kim Dae-jung, who said Moon deserved to win the prize. Moon's response was that Trump instead should get the honor. What do you think about that? I think all the Trump haters, you gotta give him credit. I think he did have a lot to do with this personally. I'm not a big Trump fan, but I think he did. I think his, being stern and everything with them, something he did, because obviously this hasn't happened in years, so you got to give the guy a little bit of credit, please. Moving to CNN, Trump calls dinner an embarrassment. He's talking about the Correspondents Association dinner at the White House that he did not attend for the second year in a row, which usually the presidents do, but obviously he has a horrible relationship with the press. And he's calling Michelle Wolf, did a stand-up little deal there and was ragging on everybody, and he called it a filthy act, according to Mr. Trump. So what do you think about that? I don't know. I didn't. This is the first time I read about it, but I know he was not going to make that dinner. That was probably going to be some issues there. Move over to CNBC. T-Mobile CEO regulators. China is beating us on fast 5G wireless, but our Sprint deal can change that. I don't even know what that's about. We'll see. It's CNBC always does something totally different. Okay, and here's the big news. Cosby found guilty I believe that was over the weekend on Friday, and one of the jurors says it was his words admitting that he drugged people that sunk his ship. I guess he went on the stand and admitted it. So there you go. Moving on to the BBC. Migrant caravan stuck at U.S.-Mexican border. There's a huge caravan of like 150, 200 people that are stuck at the border. They're not letting them through. I don't know why they would let them through. I'm not sure how that all works with the border, but they're trying to get asylum here. There must be a proper process to do that. I'm not sure how this all works, but President Trump it says it's a threat to the U.S., these people, because there's probably some criminals in there, I'm assuming, just if you go by percentages. A percent of every 100 people you go out there in the street are probably criminals. So anyways, yeah, I don't think they should be allowed in here, but that's just me. Moving over to the ESPN news, nothing really going on. The NBA playoffs are in their semifinals. They're going to start the semifinals now. The draft is over, so I hope your team got what they wanted. On this date, April 30th, 1998, the Heat-Knicks game turns into a big old brawl there. I don't know why they even bring that up right now, but there was a fight with Jeff Van Gundy and Alonzo Mourning, so if you want to see any of that, it's kind of a slow day for today in news. Move over to TMZ. Jared Kushner targeted by deranged man with metal pole at Trump International Hotel, and that's Mr. Trump's son-in-law. So he was targeted by a deranged man who showed up with this pipe and was going to hit him. Blah blah blah, whatever. Kanye West, freedom of thought is not dead, and I'm making sure of it. So that's his big thing. Kanye West is doubling down with what he hopes will become a movement to allow people to recapture freedom of thought. I don't know what that all means, but anyways, that's it. That's about it for the news. Okay, moving over to travel leisure. We always like travel leisure. If you're visiting California, especially Northern California, and you like tequila, and you're going to be in like Napa? Well, there's going to be a new Napa. The Napa Valley Wine Train is launching a new tequila train experience that will launch here on Cinco de Mayo. That's going to be a 3-hour tour, rolling through the hills, drinking some killer ass tequila, and I'm sure some good ass food. So check that out. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a good date night, like with somebody take that little train there. If you're thinking about that with your significant other. Moving over to that's gonna end it for today. But we're gonna do a little quote here from one of my left friends. I'd say more on the left, and as an African American friend that posted this on Facebook. I'm gonna read this little thing. It was a couple weeks ago, but now I'm just getting to it. So, I have almost reached the regrettable conclusion that the Negro's great stumbling block in the stride toward freedom is not the white citizen's counselor or the Ku Klux Klanner, but the white moderate who is more devoted to order than to justice, who prefers a negative peace, which is the absence of tension, to a positive peace, which is the presence of justice. Martin Luther King Jr. That was a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. I like that one. That was pretty good. Anyways, that's going to end it for this episode of the Common Sense News and Talk Show. Please subscribe to my channel, the Common Sense News and Talk Show here on YouTube. And we will see everybody on Tuesday morning. Have a great Monday and a great kickoff to your week.